In Hangzhou. As you can tell from my hood, probably also from some raindrops on the lens, it's raining now. It's colder than yesterday. It's more or less 19 degrees. We had the sun on Friday. We had cloudy and overcast yesterday on Saturday, and today we only missed the rain. It's a pity. It's not a big issue of visibility for the, it's not a big issue of visibility for the drivers because there's no problem for them. The only point is that with this kind of rain, it's really humid, the air is really humid. They normally get a lot of moist on their windscreen, on the windshield, inside the windshield, and as they are fastened to the seat with their seat belts, it's difficult for them to move and to wipe the moist away. So we will see if this can compromise the race. This is the afternoon of Saturday. Of course, we are live now. We are getting into race 2, but this morning we had a free practice session. I'm going to tell you just some of the results. We also have a graphics if we want to play that on the screen. As you see, Dubai Police was the fastest one. Arif Al-Zafei Nadir Binindi did 2:19.971. But their direct opponents of Abu Dhabi 4, Shaun Torrente and Fale Al-Mansouri, are immediately behind. Well, actually, it's almost 1 second with 2:20.882. Then 2:22 offshore. Giovanni Carpitella and Darren Nicholson, they are really fast in this weekend with the third time. Then Abu Dhabi 5. The Blue Rule down to 5th spot. They had some problems in pole position on yesterday morning, Saturday morning, but then they did a good race in 3rd position. They finished race 1 and now 5th position for the free practice 2 this morning. Then again, Videx, better result for them. New Star, Pastamato, Kuwait, HPI, Yacht Club Como, and XCAT. As you see, it's a DNS. They broke one gear case because of the shallow water. In the pole position session, they were not able to fix it and they had to skip completely race 1 and also race 2. Unfortunately, I have to inform you that they will not take part into this race. Let's see, I'm turning around as my cameraman and you guys know very well, we are doing like random interviews according to the drivers that we find. I see Shaun Torrente over there, which is now on Abu Dhabi 4. They won yesterday an amazing race. We will have also a clip about that in some minutes. They won an amazing race and now they are in the championship at the same exact points as Dubai Police. And we want to have some words with him because today they will start in 1st position because they won yesterday's race. We will see if he can reach us. Now we can't go because the crane is moving and we can't go under the boat and the crane, but I see Shaun over there. If he is reaching us, you can see his glasses, always wearing these red glasses. You will see him arriving. They call it the alien, not only because of his behavior, but also because of these glasses that he's always wearing. And Shaun, thanks again. It's always nice to,
yeah. Like my sunglasses in the rain? Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Probably they improve the visibility with that kind of lenses.
Oakley, they need to sponsor me if they haven't yet. Okay. If they haven't yet, I don't know if my wife already called. Maybe they already did. I don't know.
Are you going to wear also in the cockpit?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I don't have to look out so much anyways. I'm watching the dash and the trim and the throttle and all that stuff. So Fala's looking for the buoys. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
As you are the throttle man.
That's correct.
Fale Al-Mansouri is the driver.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now it's official. Yesterday we told you live that you were at the same points as Dubai Police in the overall ranking. Now you know for sure. And today you're starting 1st. It's a big responsibility.
Yeah, but you know what? In the end, I do this a long time, so it's just another race. We do the same like yesterday. We push hard. We try to manage the race if we can get out front, hopefully, and from there it's okay. You know, I told Fala this morning we didn't come this far to just come this far. We have one more to go.
If I'm starting to understand the mentality of you drivers, when you have your direct opponent behind you, you don't pay so much attention to what he's doing. You just think of your race and pushing hard. Maybe you get some communication from your radio man, but you don't need to control everything he's doing if he's in the back.
That's correct. And you know, I told our radio man today, especially for the first half of the race, I don't want to hear anything about the points. I don't want to hear anything. We're just going to race. And then the second half of the race, we'll decide, you know, then they'll start giving us that information because obviously we need to be smart. The thing is, people say, oh, you're in a good position, Yeah, but that can all change in 30 seconds on the start. You know that. And, you know, we're racing the number 3 really for the championship. And, you know, they have a lot of world championships. They're no one to be underestimated. So you never say, oh, you got them. You go out there and you push hard and you try to win the race, just like we did yesterday. We were in a bad position yesterday being 2nd. They were 1st. They thought they were good to go. And we had an amazing race and they had problems. So, like I said, we take each race, each lap as itself.
Thanks a lot, Shaun. Have a safe race.
Thank you.
I think there's nothing more to add to what he said. They are concentrated. They think just of doing the best result. You could even feel that he wasn't nervous at all. This is a champion. He's used to this kind of situations when you are fighting for the championship and you need to keep your nerves really calm. Going on with today's, we said about free practice. Now, yesterday we had, of course, race one. We said about Shaun Torrente and Fale Al-Mansouri winning an amazing race. He was mentioning the fact that Dubai Police was first at the start because they did the pole position. But at the start, everything happened because all of a sudden Dubai Police got a completely wrong start. They scaled back to fourth position, and Abu Dhabi 4 immediately turned the first buoy in the first place. We probably have also a graphic showing you the results of race one, because this was really important for the overall championship. And as you can see, I told you Abu Dhabi 4 in first position. Then in second position was a really good 2-2 offshore. Giovanni Carpitel and Darren Nicholson, they started fourth, and they were able to climb up to second position. They are still fighting for the title. Of course, they're not in the top 3 positions, but they're still able to compete for the world title. Then again is the Blue Roo, Team Australia. They did third, as you see, Abu Dhabi 5. Very good performance for High Performance Italia, François Pinelli and Giuseppe Schiano di Cola. They did the podium in the second race in Shanghai, and they did the fifth yesterday. Then Dubai Police, as we said, Arif Al-Zafenna Al-Binendi, very bad start. Then some problems also with the engines, and they did sixth. Then again, Kuwait, Videx, New Star, Yacht Club Como. They got a penalty, Yacht Club Como, Serafino Balesi, Domenico Caldarola. Pastamato had to retire in the end. They completed only 8 laps because they found water in their fuel, so they had to stop the engines. And XCAT, as we said, is a DNS because of the broken gear case in the pole position session. So this was the result of race one. As Shaun Torrente was saying, everything can change in 30 seconds. Dubai Police were leading at the green flag, pardon me, and then all of a sudden they found themselves fourth, and then they finished sixth, while Abu Dhabi 4 were able to win the race and now to be in the championship at the same points. About race one, we also have a short clip showing you all the action from yesterday. It's a 2-minute clip. You will see everything we've been talking about, so please stay here and watch this clip, and then we'll be back soon live with you. So this was the recap of yesterday's race, race 1 here in Hangzhou. While you see the conditions are still the same, it's really grayish, gray, everything around is gray, and it's still raining, not very hard, but it's raining. Temperature, as we said, is 19 degrees. We have to mention, I remember talking to the drivers in the previous days, that some degrees of temperature are not a big issue, as we always say, but they can hinder a little bit the performance of the engines. It depends, these engines are really sensitive, so some degrees of temperature more or less can hinder. Wait, Videx, then New Star, Yacht Club Como, Pastamato and XCAT. Very quickly, as you should know, the starting procedure of the races imply that they have to cross 3 different gates. The first 4 boats will go in the first gate, then the middle one, and then the last one. The first gate will be the closest to the first turning buoy, because of course they will have a shorter course to take because of the advantage in their position in the grid. This is for safety reasons, of course they cannot turn 12 boats all together around just one buoy. Then the last thing that we need to mention, of course, is the overall ranking, because that's what really counts in the end. We have this race 2 upcoming, and as we said, there is 2 boats at the same exact number of points on top of the overall ranking. They are Abu Dhabi 4 with Shaun Torrente and Fale Al Mansouri at 178, the same as Arif Al Zafen and Nadir Binindi on Dubai Police. This is a really weird situation. It's a thrilling situation because, of course, when they are at the same points, they are really fighting. They've been fighting so much this year. In pole position, it was in terms of hundreds of seconds. Meanwhile, probably you heard this whistle blowing. We see the officer on the pontoon saying white flag. This means if the camera is able, because we are on top above the pontoon, this means all the drivers get into the cockpits and get ready to leave the pontoon on your boats. You see a lot of orange helmets. The canopies are still open, but most of the drivers are ready. We see Videx 22, that's Dani Martignon and Alfredo Amato in that blue boat. Beside them, it's Abu Dhabi 4, Shaun Torrente and Fale Al Mansouri, with their team manager and one of the mechanics on top, telling them the last things and asking if they need anything. And they are being strapped to their seats with the seat belts, and then they are ready to leave the pontoon. They will get in some minutes, it's a matter of at the moment probably 3-4 minutes, they will get a green flag. That green flag is not the start of the race, of course, but it means please leave the pontoon and follow the pace cut. They will start following the pace cut more or less in the order of the grid, which is the arrival order of yesterday's race. They will go outside. In this case, we will have also a parade. You will see in the images in some minutes. All the boats will go in front of a big stage, which is just down the river, a couple of miles, even less. There is a big grandstand with all the authorities, the local authorities who made this race possible, of course. And the boats will stand in front of them as a homage and also to show what these beasts are really like live. After that, they will go again out following the pace cut. They will go on the right part of the course towards the sea. It's 70 kilometers, but that's the direction of the river. Then they will turn back. The pace cut will accelerate, and then all of a sudden they will get a green flag. When the green flag is dropped, they will push the throttle to the top and they will go through the gates. This is a starting procedure. It's always amazing to see because that's where everything can happen. Then the first turn they will get into the normal course and they will start the proper race, which is in this case 13 normal laps plus 2 mandatory long laps. In this case they will be on the left part of the course, which is southwest, and the starting lap. We're talking about the race course. It has been changed. mainly because the river got really lower as compared to yesterday and 2 days ago. This is not just a matter of tide, because the tides, as you know, have a 6-hour cycle. In this case, it just got lower and lower, so there's a risk of shallow water. We had to make it narrower on one of the parts in the right tip. There will be a very sharp turn in order to stay away from the two banks of the river. We probably have also a graphics. I don't know if you're seeing it already. Anyway, the circuit is shaped like that. As you can see, there is a long straight in the down part, and the finish line is on the left. There will be the two checker buoys. Immediately after the finish line, there will be a right turn for the normal lap. If you take the long lap, you will just go even more to the left, and then you will turn wider, and you will have two green buoys to mark the long lap. Then the upper part, going in the other direction, we will have also a camera on that side of the river. We will tell you, because you will see on the reverse angle, of course. There will be the only important left turn of the course. Then down to the left part, where you probably see the shape of that turn that has been made even narrower. So this is gonna be a really tricky turn. I don't want to say an hairpin like in a normal mountain road, but it's really tight, and that's where they will probably find or lose some seconds. Then down again on the bottom part to the left, there will be a slight turn to the left, which is almost impossible to see, and then down to the finish line. So for the moment, I think yeah, we told you all the information. The drivers, as we've seen, are all in their boats. I don't know if we are able to take another peek with the camera or not. Okay, no, because they are almost leaving. So I would say stay tuned, of course, because we're going back to the commentary booth. We will comment the race with you. And now we show you some images. You will see the boat parade and then start of race 2 here from Hangzhou. And there we are. With immediately a big disappointment for 96. They're going very slow. Pardon me, just the time to get back into the commentary booth, and they already started. It's been really a sudden start, and I'm afraid I couldn't comment it live with you, but we are just at the first turn. The boats got a green flag, pushed to the first gate, and then into the first buoy, and we see immediately Abu Dhabi number 4 in first position, ready to control this race and to fight for the top position of the overall ranking with Dubai Police. This is Shaun Torrente, Fale Al-Mansouri. We just had some words with Shaun Torrente. You probably have seen them. We were live from the pontoon. Just the time to get into the cockpit, get out, do the boat parade in front of the authorities, and now they got the green flag and they are already leading this race. It all happened very quickly. We will keep you updated with all the lap-by-lap results across the finish line. As we see Abu Dhabi number 4 into the second part of the course. This is the turn, the narrow turn actually that they have to take. They're taking a bit wider. They have to get a compromise, as we always say, between the speed and the distance they have to run. To that yellow buoy, which will mark the position where they have to say they have to keep that on their left, of course. It means stay out of this because the water is really shallow. You see that the other boats took the turn much tighter than Abu Dhabi 4. Probably they decided to go like this. It's a matter of the setup of their boat, the feeling of the two drivers inside the cockpit. But the advantage also just by looking at it seemed already really big. When they cross the line, we will tell you. While we see Abu Dhabi, Dubai Police number 3, the green and white boat, trying to get back as much as they can. This is Team Australia, so Dubai Police, pardon me, got one position on Team Australia, but not only, also 96 as we've seen. So it's Abu Dhabi 4 followed by Abu Dhabi 5, then 222 offshore, Dubai Police and Team Australia. Team Australia going immediately, you see it passing on the left of the screen, going for their first long lap. As we said, it's on the left part of the course. The long lap is there. And also you see Videx number 22 going for their long lap. This is Yacht Club Como, Serafino Barlesi, Nico Caldarola, and in last position, really sad, we will try and understand what happened, is 96 High Performance Italia. Yeah, we got on the screen the communication that Team Australia went for the first of the 2 mandatory long laps in lap 2. So just take a note so we will know all the time. Everything I have on the screen, but dear old paper and pen never fails. Abu Dhabi 4 in first position. Very good start from Abu Dhabi number 5, Rashid Al Tayer, Majid Al Mansouri, as they started in 5th, and they are now 2nd behind their buddies, their sister boat of Abu Dhabi 4, the one on the screen. On this side of the cockpit is Shaun Torrente at the throttle, while on the right side is the helmsman Fale Al-Mansouri. We see Dubai Police in the inside part of this turn, trying to fight for the 4th position on 222 offshore. We see this, you can tell how gray it is, how humid it is. Now the rain has stopped, so it should reduce a bit the humidity, but still it's really gray. Abu Dhabi 4 crossing the screen now, then on the right is Abu Dhabi 5, 222 offshore on the far left of the screen. Then is Dubai Police on the right part, that's Team Australia in the middle, and behind them is the, should be, that is actually the New Star boat, I guess. It's really difficult to tell with this visibility, but yes, that's New Star, exactly. Boat number 9, the Russian crew of Mikhail Kitashev and Dmitry Vandyshev. While we are getting into lap 3, it's Abu Dhabi 4 in the lead. We will see the updated situation after some of the boats took their long laps. Number 5, Abu Dhabi 5 in 2nd position, 8 seconds already the gap. Then 222 offshore, Giovanni Carpitella, Darren Nicholson. Then Dubai Police. Big problem for Team Australia, as you see. The boats seem to have stopped, but now they are getting speed again. Probably one engine immediately shut off or got into recovery mode. They seem to speed up again, but that's a big disappointment. They lost all the positions. We will see them when they cross the line. Wow, this is a shock also for the championship. Really bad for Jan Tregve Bratten and Paul Erik Nielsen in the cockpit of this Australian boat. Now they seem to get back to normal speed, which is over 100, but we see something moving in the back. We see the left engine. Okay, no, it was just I thought I saw something moving, like the cowling broken, but it isn't. So the boats seem to run normally now as they are crossing the finish line for the third lap. In last position, 3:28. They lost 1 minute, 1 full minute in this in a single lap, while they're going for their second long lap now. So in the end, after lap 3, they will not have any more long laps to take, and they will just push and try to control directly the opponents. But from last position, they have a lot to do during this race. We will keep an eye on them. So third lap, so Abu Dhabi 4, Abu Dhabi 5, 222 offshore, Dubai Police in fourth position, then Kuwait in fifth, New Star in sixth, Pastamato, boat number 46 with Andrea Comello and Joaquin Kumlin. Very unlucky, yesterday they got water in the fuel, they had to stop, they started in fourth position, then they went down and down, in the end they had to retire from the race. Now they are in seventh position, Yacht Club Como, Serafino Ballesinico Calderola in 8th, High Performance Italia after a really bad start in 9th, then Videx, they already took a long lap, while this is Abu Dhabi 4 finishing their 4th lap. And in last position is, as we said, the Blue Roo, number 8. Abu Dhabi number 5 to follow, now the gap is 10.5 seconds, another 2 seconds gained by Abu Dhabi 4, they are pushing like hell. 222 offshore, third, another 7 seconds, but they are chased by Dubai Police because it's just less than 3 seconds the gap between 222 offshore in third and Dubai Police in fourth. We will keep another eye on them because there will be a really nice fight. Kuwait still in fifth and New Star still in sixth, while New Star goes for the long lap, I see in front of me. Abu Dhabi 4 trying to gain as much advantage as they can, because I'm sure their strategy will be like push to the limit as long as we are in front. So when we will take our first long lap, we will still be in front. So we will never have the problem of having other boats ahead of us to overtake and to disturb us. This is on the left Kuwait, and on the right it should be 222 offshore. While we get the communication, boat number 96 is taking their long lap. Team Australia in last position. Now I tell you the gap. The gap to the second to last in 10th position, High Performance Italia, is 23 seconds. So we will see if Team Australia is able to get back at least one position. They have 23 seconds to gain from the last spot just to be 10th. Really, really a hard race in front of them, in front of Paul Erik Nielsen and Jan Tregve Bratten, the two Norwegian drivers of the Blue Roo, the Australian boat. This is Dubai Police chasing 222 offshore. The gap last lap was just 3 seconds, 2.9 seconds between the two of them. We will see when they pass again, while number 4 has completed their 5th lap. We see on the left part that's Abu Dhabi 5, then in the middle is 222 offshore, and on the right Dubai Police. Yeah, Abu Dhabi 5 crossing the line now. 13.6 is the gap now to their cousins, to their buddies of Abu Dhabi 4. 222 offshore, another 8 seconds, and then Dubai Police 2.7 seconds, so they gained just 0.2. It's still gaining, but we see Dubai Police going for their long lap. You see in the image, that's the green buoy of the long lap. I'm glad we could see it on the screen, because that gives you the idea. The strategy normally says that you have a boat in front, very close in front of you. It's really tough to overtake. You will have all the sprays on your windshield. You will have no visibility, no handling because of the wake, the waves they create. That's the best time to take your long lap because you have clear water in front of you once again, and then of course your opponent sooner or later will have to take their long lap as well. And so that's the main situation. The other kind of strategy that you adopt normally with long laps is what Abu Dhabi number 4 is doing. Like we are in front, we have clear water, push to the limit, and then we will take later. You see, this is a proper overtaking. It's not an overlapping. Dubai Police on the right going clearly faster than Kuwait boat. They got back into the course after the long lap behind Kuwait, but now full acceleration, perfect setup. For Arif Al-Zafai Nadir bin Indi, they were able just by an inch to overtake Kuwait of Abdulatif Al-Omani and Mustafa Al-Dashti. Team Australia, meanwhile, we said 23 seconds before. Now the gap is just 4 seconds. I think in this lap, probably Team Australia will be able to be elbow to elbow with 96 Francois Pinelli and Giuseppe Schiano. We will see a battle, or we will see if maybe Team Australia will go for the second long lap because that would make sense. You see how even on this flat water of the river, these boats are moving really a lot. There's Dubai Police on the left, while Abu Dhabi 4, Shaun Torrente and Farah Mansouri are into the end of 6th lap. Dubai Police, and that's Kuwait, shaking a bit. Second position for Abu Dhabi 5, the gap is now 17 seconds. It's a song from The Cure also. Then 222 offshore, third position, 24 seconds, which is 7 seconds behind Abu Dhabi 5, while we are still on a Kuwait boat, as they are going to the finish line of the 6th lap in this very moment. Then left turn, very tight for Dubai Police. A bit wider, as you see from the wake, for Kuwait, just to stay out of the waves created by Dubai Police. As small waves, but these boats are so light and so out of the water that they will jump a lot even in 20 centimeter waves. That's why they try to avoid the wakes all the time. New Star is in 6th position, followed by Videx, while Dubai Police is pushing and pushing. Dubai Police has a 16 seconds gap to 222 offshore, so there's a lot of work to do if they want to be on the podium. And I'm sure that 222 offshore crew, Giovanni Carpitella, Darren Nicholson, will not give up easily. Yesterday they started in 4th and they finished in 2nd position. This is Videx, Alfredo Amato and Daniele Martignoni. Some trouble for them. They still have to find the perfect tune of their boat. They had a trouble in Shanghai race. They rolled over, they damaged one engine, then they fixed. The second race was not perfect. This morning in free practice they had the 6th best time, which is good, and we will see. At the moment they are in 7th position. We'll see what Alfredo Amato, which is on this part of the cockpit at the throttle, and Daniele Martignoni on the right part of the helm can do today. Then behind them is Yacht Club Como, 25 seconds behind them. Then High Performance Italia, but before they even pass, yeah, that's Abu Dhabi 4 in their 7th lap. This is a Videx boat. Videx is one of the sponsors. Ribot Milano has another one. Allendal is the name of the team. As they go into the stern. Now as the second boat, Abu Dhabi 5, crosses the line, it's 18.5 seconds, the gap, so 1.5 gained by Abu Dhabi 4. 222 offshore, going for their long lap now, on lap 7. Dubai Police is in 4th position. 14 seconds is the gap with 222 offshore, so we will see. Yeah, this is 222 offshore. When they will get back, that's one of the green buoys of the long lap. When they will get back to the normal race course, to the orange buoys, Dubai Police will be ahead of them, will be in front of them. And the gap, I can tell you, will be more or less 6-7 seconds. So, long lap for 222 offshore. Of course, Dubai Police will have to take their long lap as well. So we will see later when they will be even. What I was checking, pardon me, I was also talking with the race direction. What I was checking is the long laps, especially for these guys of 222 offshore and for Dubai Police. Because, as we said, now Dubai Police is in front, is ahead of 222 offshore. Both the boats have taken just one long lap, according to what we have seen. So this means that Dubai Police, if they both have to take their second long lap, Dubai Police was able to gain another position in the race, and now they are now in third, but they will be in third even after another 2 long laps, because Dubai Police has to take the second one and 222 offshore has to take their second one. This is what we can tell you so far, and this would mean a big recovery for them, for Arif Al Zafain and Nadir Benindi in their Dubai Police boat number 3. On this side of the cockpit, Giovanni Carpitella at the throttle. On the other side, Darren Nicholson at the helm. While in front of us, it's Abu Dhabi 4, then Abu Dhabi 5. It's 4 seconds the gap, because Abu Dhabi 4 took one of the long laps. Dubai Police 23 seconds, then 222 offshore. This is Kuwait. 222 offshore is running their second long lap, then they will have to push like hell in order to gain back that ground that they lost to Dubai Police. Kuwait and New Star Racing, Mikhail Kitashev and Dmitry Vandyshev, Russian crew, Russian team, Russian boat with the Russian flag colors on the side. Also, these graphics remind of a typical ceramic tiles. So it's really proudly Russian team and everything. And we're glad to have them because they're so nice, Mikhail Kitashev, Dmitry Vandyshev, and all the rest of the crew. Talking about people in this championship, yesterday we mentioned the crew that works, the operational crew that works to make our races possible. I said I don't want to forget anybody, so I amend myself and I apologize. I still have to mention for these races in China also the support of Domenico, the support of Carlo, and of course for all the races in China and many other things, Federica, nicknamed Kika, because she's really precious to all of us. And then there's all the rest of the staff, of course, Chiara, Claudia, I say just the names, but Chiara, Claudia, Sebastiano and Pasquale, the bosses, the photographers, Raffaello, Marzia. It's a really great staff, and we're working so well together. Number 22 in this really gray air, this really misty and humid atmosphere, but a well-balanced boat. It seems to be really even on the water for Dani Martignoni and Alfredo Amato. They are currently in 7th position, while the 9th lap has finished for board number 4, and in this moment for number 5 the gap is already 23 seconds. Abu Dhabi number 5 went for another long lap, but Dubai Police is going for their long lap now. You've seen them crossing in this moment to the left. I think, no, it was another image, pardon me, the other side of the race course. Anyway, Dubai Police is going for their second long lap, so we will see. 222 offshore is behind. They still have a lot of distance to run. We will see. Tight turn for 222 offshore. I'm sorry you don't see the images. We are here on The other part of the pack, this is New Star, then on the right 96. We will see also how Blue Roux is behaving in the back of the course. While we see 222 offshore, I can tell you, is behind Dubai Police. So they are over with their long laps, both of them, but Dubai Police has been able to take another position and get to third. Yacht Club Como, Serafino Barlesi, Nico Caldarola. This black boat called Yacht Club Como, but sponsored by Forstec. They are currently in 8th position. While I want to pick a note about this Dubai Police and 222, this Serafino Barlesi and Nico Caldarola, they had a beautiful 4th place in Shanghai Race 1, but then big problems for them. They can't find the right speed. Let's not forget that Nico Caldarola is new in this sport. He's a racing guy, as we said, he's a car guy, racing in rallies, in Dakar competitions. So he knows everything about speed, about fuel, about engines. He just have to get used to power boating. He loves it, he's learning, and yeah, he's improving. He started in China with the 4th place in race 1 in Shanghai, but Team Australia, all of a sudden Team Australia going very slow on the left part of the course. Team Australia has stopped. Team Australia has stopped. We see in front of us, while the image is on François Pinelli and Rosario Schiano, High Performance Italia, but Team Australia is in the middle of the course. Yeah, you see them. Disappointment, Paul Vignissen, Jan Tryggve, and once again the engines restart. This is shocking. This is the second time it happens. They are losing the race for some, probably some electronic failure. The engines shut down and then restart. Abu Dhabi number 5 and Abu Dhabi number 4, elbow to elbow on the line, and it's Abu Dhabi number 5 in front. We have to understand what happened in this lap. Abu Dhabi number 5 is running long lap now, okay. So maybe, yeah, Abu Dhabi number 4 ran their second and last long lap. So for just 1 second, Abu Dhabi number 5 was in front, but then they went for their second long lap as well. So Abu Dhabi number 4 is already in the lead. For a minute, everything was happening. Yeah, you see, this is the order, the finishing order of lap 10, but it's just a matter of 1 second, Abu Dhabi 5 on Abu Dhabi 4. But now they switched back the positions again. Not by choice, but because they had to take their long laps. We see also Kuwait both taking their long lap. While this image is on the other side of the course, is for Abu Dhabi number 4, who is in front, speeding up, followed probably by Dubai Police and then Abu Dhabi 5, we will see. No, it shouldn't be like that. This is Abu Dhabi 5 and Dubai Police, pardon. Abu Dhabi 4 is already much ahead of them, yes. So Dubai Police still in 3rd spot, then 222 offshore. Kuwait, good race. Now we will see after their long lap, which they took now. In 6th spot is New Star, then Videx, Yacht Club Como, High Performance Italia. The Blue Roux, now again, they are back. They are back to the last position because Pastamato, number 46, we don't see them anymore. They probably had to retire. We are trying to see if the boat is stuck in somewhere around the course because we haven't seen them crossing the line. Anyway, at the moment, Blue Roux is second to last in 10th position, and 46, Pastamato, is in 11th. There is on the finish, no, Pastamato is there, and Team Australia is overtaking them now. Yes, it's 0.3 of a second, the distance between the two of them. This meant that Team Australia was in front of them, then the engine shut down, Pastamato went ahead, passed them, but then again, when the engines restarted for the Australian team, they were able to gain speed again and regain their position back onto Pastamato. Abu Dhabi number 4 completing their lap, then Abu Dhabi 5 16 seconds, pardon, is the gap. Dubai Police another 3 seconds. We will probably see a close battle between Abu Dhabi 5 and Dubai Police 3. 222 offshore, a solid 4th position for them. It's a pity they lost 2 positions to Abu Dhabi 5 and to Dubai Police. We will have to understand what happened to them. Probably a failure in the start. Sometimes these engines go in recovery mode when they are revved too fast, too quick, and maybe that's what happened. Team Australia, as you see, they're pushing so much. You see that boat flying on the water as Jan Tregvebraten on the right part of the helm, Paul Vierik-Nielsen on this side of the throttle are trying to get back the positions. Disappointing 10th spot now for them. You see they were able to pass only Pastamato 46, which is on the left, but in 10th position, that's really bad for them, and the engines shut down for 2 times. They shut down twice and then they restarted again. We have to understand why. This is boat number 46. On the right part of your screen, the one closer to us in the cockpit, is sitting Andrea Comello, governing the throttle and the trims of the engines. On the other part is Joachim Kumlin. One from Italy, one from Sweden. The team has a Spanish flag, but most of the people who work there are Italian. Joachim is a very nice guy and a really good driver. And they get along very well. They still have to find the performance and some luck. As we said yesterday, they found water in the fuel. Dubai Police at the center of the screen, the green and white livery, while Abu Dhabi number 4 is overlapping. Boat number 46 is the first overlapping of the race. Yes, you see 46 on the left, Abu Dhabi number 4, they're leading the race, and they just overlapped Pastamato. The gap between Abu Dhabi 4 and Abu Dhabi 5 in this lap, which is the 11th, is 15 seconds. 15 seconds is the gap, then Dubai Police another 5 seconds, 222 Offshore another 14 seconds. I'm taking some notes as well because I want to tell you everything. Okay, Abu Dhabi number 4 leading. Still in the 12th lap. We are now in the 12th lap, so there's another 3 to go at least. I think most of the boats, at least the ones in top positions, have already taken their mandatory long laps. So now the ranking should be this one, and they have to fight elbow to elbow with no more strategies. Abu Dhabi 4 still dominating. Poor visibility with the long lens of the camera. This is the farthest part of the circuit, but they are in the lead. The boat behind is number 46, 1 lap less for them. As you see, this boat in the water, really light. We see a completely different path for the boat on the left. This is Abu Dhabi number 5, and on the right is Dubai Police. You see the green one, while 46 is passing, but it's in their previous lap because it's overlapped. As we said, a different path for Dubai Police on the right, while they are trying to chase Abu Dhabi 5. The gap was only 5 seconds, actually 4.5 in the previous lap. We will see this time, because probably Dubai Police has the chance, as we say, to reach this very boat on the left, the white one, Abu Dhabi 5 of Rashid Al Tayer, Majid Al Mansouri. There will be an amazing recovery for Nadir Binindi and Darif Al Zafein from the 6th position to the 2nd. So far they are 3rd, as it is 46, then number 5, 15 seconds the gap to Abu Dhabi 4, and number 3, now the gap is 4 seconds, so just 0.5 of a second, half a second gained by Dubai Police on Abu Dhabi number 5, but still this means that they are gaining ground to their opponents in front. 222 Offshore is still the 4th, and the gap now is 15 seconds to Dubai Police, so probably they will not try to chase them, they will just control their position. On the following boat, which at the moment is Kuwait, number 17. Very good result for Abdulatif Al-Omani and Mustafa Al-Dashti. I'm checking if Kuwait, yes, Kuwait has taken both their long laps, so a very, very good 5th position for them. I said that, but immediately I've been contradicted because I don't see the Kuwait boat anymore, and in 5th position in the 12th lap is New Star, Mikhail Kiteshev and Dmitry Vandyshev, followed by Videx, number 22, Dani Martignoni, Alfredo Amato in 6th spot. Dubai Police, what a recovery, what a bad start yesterday, what a bad race, because after the start they were 4th, but they lost another 2 positions during the race, and they finished 6th. Today they started 6th and they are already 3rd, and they have the chance to attack Abu Dhabi 5 in 2nd position. We don't see Abu Dhabi 5, it should be on the right of the screen, out of the screen. Yes, there they are. This is less than 5 seconds. It's probably 4, yeah, so they're not gaining that much on the opponents, but still, they are there. This means that Rashid Al-Tayyar and Majid Al-Mansouri can't release the throttle. Kuwait, as I said, is going very slow. We hear a bad noise. One of the engines is not revving properly as they pass the line really slowly. They have to complete 70% if they want to be eligible for points, which they did already. So I think they are going very wide now, maybe trying to see if the engine can restart and work properly. But anyway, the 70% of the race is done. Also, boat number 96 is not going very fast. While we see 222 offshore on the screen, we see, yeah, boat number 96 going back to the pits. Yeah. Very sad for François Pinelli and Giuseppe Schiano after 2 very good results, a podium in Shanghai Race 2, 5th position yesterday in Hangzhou Race 1. This is boat number 46 going very wide to let number 10 222 offshore overlapping them. On the left, Pastamato 96 with Andrea Cumello and Joachim Kumlin. On the right, which is now the only one on the screen, 222 offshore, the white boat, number 10, Giovanni Carpitella, Darren Nicholson. They are 5th in the championship. In the overall ranking, they still have the chance to, while I'm taking the overall ranking because I'm going by heart, they should be at 137 points, but I don't want to tell you wrong. Yes, 5th spot, 137 points. They're still able to fight for the championship, but with this position they will lose ground to Abu Dhabi 4 and Dubai Police, which are currently even in the top spot of the overall ranking. New Star Racing, Mikhail Kiteshev you see on the left, and Dmitry Vandyshev. Dmitry Vandyshev is really experiencing many other championships. Kiteshev has been racing in some championship, but mainly in Class 1 and XCAT, so he's more of an offshore, while Dmitry Vandyshev is racing in many different disciplines. So the 2 of them, they did a podium this year, their first podium after 1 full season in XCAT. So they are increasing, they work very well. This is quite a new boat, Victory built boat, like most of them, except number 96. They're all Victory built. And they have these, as we said, these Russian colors in their livery, Russian pattern, proudly Russian, and they are very, very nice guys. Yes, while the nose goes up, they're really pushing, you see. It's really difficult to control these boats because just the smallest part of the 2 sponsons of the 2 hulls touches the water when they are at full speed, and you have to control the inclination of the boat on the water with the trims. It's very easy to lose it. While we are into lap 14, and it's Abu Dhabi number 4. Lap 14 out of 16, Abu Dhabi number 4, Abu Dhabi number 5 is 17 seconds. Dubai Police 23 seconds, so now I think 6 seconds is the gap. They can't do much more to get the 2nd spot in the race. These guys on the screen are currently 6th. Alfredo Amato at the throttle, Daniele Martignoni at the wheel. On their Videx boat number 22, they are currently in 6th position. So Abu Dhabi number 4, Abu Dhabi number 5, Dubai Police, then 222 offshore, of course, still there, Giovanni Carpitella, Darren Nicholson. New Star Racing, and these guys 22. Kuwait is still on the race course, going very slow. I think they could stop now because they don't need to. No, they are still turning very wide, but still going on with the race. They probably didn't reckon the number of laps in order to complete the 70% and be eligible for points, because they are still racing while we're getting into second to last lap. They shouldn't need to stress the engines and to stay in the water, because they will get points anyway. Maybe they don't want to lose the position to boat number 46, which is still... No. They are last at the moment, except for High Performance Italia 96, which has retired. So there's no sense for them to keep on racing. We will ask them later and we will let you know why they are doing this. So new start field position, Bidex, it was on the screen in the 6th position, Yacht Club Como 7th. Then the blue room, you see on the screen now, disappointment for these engines. They're almost lapped. You see that there's boat number 4 chasing them. Big disappointment. They are used to fight for the top positions, and now they are going to be overlapped. Maybe they won't make it. Maybe Abu Dhabi number 4 won't make it to overlap them, but still it's really bad. This is the 15 and actually white flag. This is the 15 and last lap exactly. Well, number 4 has passed the line. Number 5 has passed the line in second, 18 seconds. Then Dubai Police, another 7 seconds of gap for them. Then 222 offshore, passing the finish line now and getting their white flag. So last lap also for 222 offshore, while Team Australia is desperately in 8th position behind the Yacht Club Como in 7th. And yeah, you see that the big guy with the white shirt is Lars Ingegraver, the team manager. I say big because he's very tall. The team manager of Team Australia, big disappointment on his face, and we can understand. I think the images will go and will stay with Abu Dhabi number 4 from United Arab Emirates, with Shaun Torrente at the throttle and Faleh Al Mansouri at the wheel, at the helm, because they are in their last lap. They dominated once again. They dominated another race like they did yesterday. Yesterday they started in 4th position and they won. Today they started first. They kept the 1st position. From the beginning to the end, they gained the ground and the necessary ground in order to take the long laps and still be in front. So perfect strategy also from their radio man. You see this is the pace boat with the white flag, and you see these raincoats. That's the photographer on the right with the white bird. It's not raining that much, but it's a bit windy, a bit, I don't want to say chilly, but quite cold. The image stays on number 4. Yeah, radio communication also for me. This is number 4, as we said, into their last turns of the circuit. This is Team Australia almost dubbed. This is a shot of Abu Dhabi number 4, Shaun Torrente and Faleh Al Mansouri. As they finish the race, their 16th lap, they get the checkered flag, and it's another amazing victory for them. This takes them to the leadership of the championship. They are first alone now. They were even at the same points with Dubai Police yesterday, but they are first now. Abu Dhabi number 5, very, very good result. Another 1-2 for them after Shanghai race 2. This is Dubai Police finishing, while Kuwait lit up their strobe light and gets back to the pits. We don't know why they took another two laps, even if they had damage to one of the engines. 222 offshore, finishing with the strobe light on, finishing the race in 4th position. So it's Abu Dhabi 4, Abu Dhabi 5, Dubai Police, 222 offshore. The podium is for the 2 boats of Abu Dhabi and the boat from Dubai. So we'll have 5 drivers from the Emirates and 1 American, which is Shaun Torrente, one of the 2 winners. They will be on the podium. Then immediately after 222 offshore, Giovanni Carpitella from Italy, Darren Nicholson from Australia on their Australian-Italian boat. This is 46 and number 9, while finishing the race in 5th position behind 222 offshore is of course new star number 9, because as we said 46 Pastamato with Andrea Comano and Joachim Kumin was tapped. So 5th spot for Mikhail Kitashchev and Dmitry Vandyshev, a new star. 6th spot, boat number 22 Videx, Alfredo Amato and Daniele Martignoni. 6th position for them. While we are waiting for the 7th one, and then the 8th. All of the others are already lapped, so their race has already finished with 1 lap gap on the first, on the winners. This is exactly number 20, Yacht Club Como. Forstech is a sponsor, with Serafino Barlesi at the throttle, Nico Calderola at the helm. 7th position for them. And then closing the boats with full laps, with 16 full laps, is the Blue Roo, going very slow now. They don't need to do anything else. You see the wake is really low on the water. A very sad 8th position for boat number 8 for Jan Trevebrat and Paul Virik Nielsen. We saw a shot of their team manager. While this is the two twin boats, 2 victory boats, slightly different in the shape. You see the sponsors, the side of the sponsors is slightly lower on boat number 4 and a bit taller on number 5, but that doesn't matter now, because they have won this race with boat number 4. They did the 2nd position with boat number 5, so another amazing 1-2 for them. They did it in race 2 in Shanghai. They did it today. So now I'm going to calculate the points in the overall ranking, because this is really, really important for the title, for the World Championship, 2018 UIM XCAT World Championship. We have Abu Dhabi number 4 scoring 35 points, 30 points for Abu Dhabi number 5 in 2nd position. Then 3rd position is Dubai Police, it's 26 points for them. And then in 4th position, 222 Offshore, it's 22 points, and so on and so forth. But what counts now is the first 4 positions. So Dubai Police 178, 204 is what I reckon. These are provisional, of course. Then Abu Dhabi 4, 178 plus 35. It's 213, so 9 points in the lead in the overall championship. These guys in the middle of the screen, Shaun Torrente and Fale Al-Mansouri, as they are celebrating together with their buddies. Now they split again because they have to drive back the boats to the pontoons and to the podium, of course. I'll try and do my best to be on the podium. We will see, because the podium is in the center of the city. It's just, as we said about the boat parade, is 2 miles down the river. I'll see if I can make it, because I would like to give you some more information from this position for the commentary booth. So 213, the provisional, is the points for Abu Dhabi number 4, 204 Dubai Police, 9 points to divide them. In 3rd position is Abu Dhabi number 5 with 184 points. Then it should be the Blue Roo, as they finished 8th. So this means they get 10 points and they go to 162, while 222 Offshore, they were 5th with 137, 22 points for them, 159. Yes, these are definitely the top 5 positions of the ranking. First is Dubai number 4, 213, followed by Abu Dhabi 4. Dubai Police 204, Abu Dhabi 5, 184. Then the Blue Roo 162 and 222 Offshore 159. Let me talk 1 second with the race direction if they have some information to give me. Okay, yeah, we were also discussing, because I had to need the confirmation from the organizers, which is the same office as the race direction, about the procedure now. The boats are going back to the pontoon, then the drivers will go to the podium. If I can make it now, I leave you for a minute with the image, for some minutes with the images, and I run to the pontoon because I want to try and catch some quotes from the drivers immediately as soon as they step out of their cockpits. We have to see the reaction from Shaun Torrente and Fale Al-Mansouri and from Dubai Police for this change of leadership in the overall ranking just in 2 days. So talk to you in a while. Stay tuned.
Yes. Capitano, sinds van? Wat is het? Forward. Guys. Forward. Group boat number 5. Coming. Forward, father. 5.
And like magic, here I am back on the pontoon. The race has just finished. Behind me, you see the 4 drivers of Abu Dhabi, number 4 and number 5, celebrating. It was another 1-2. You see, they're really happy, I can imagine. Shaun Torrente and Fale Al-Mansouri on the Abu Dhabi number 4 won the race, and they are now leading the championship. They're buddies and friends of the sister boat, Abu Dhabi number 5. Rashid Al-Tayer, Majid Al-Mansouri did second, so they have a lot to celebrate today. We are waiting for them to take some pictures and to finish hugging each other. I can understand their emotions, their feelings now. Then we will have a very short interview. As you see, the rain is again has increased again, but it wasn't a problem at all for these guys. So Fale and Shaun, the first line with you, then also with your buddies. Yeah, first line, of course, congratulations to all of you. The first line must be with the winners of the race and now the leaders of the championship. Fale.
Yeah, I'm very happy with my friend. We do a good job today, amazing things. You know, world champion is not easy, so work hard every time, me and Shaun, and this is the result. This is where we are now.
Shaun, are you like tired? It was hard?
No, I'm not tired. We have one scare. Other than this was okay, and honestly, we come here 60 points behind. I don't even know how we arrived now, but we did, and we do with a great team. I'm just very lucky and blessed that Abu Dhabi asked me to drive for them this year in Formula 1 and XCAT, and now we finish XCAT in the best way possible. Yeah. We get to go to Monaco. My wife's happy. So
and we needed focus also for Formula 1.
Now my focus switch for Formula 1. I will enjoy for a few days, but then Formula 1.
Okay, and your buddies already left. Yeah, we wanted also to but it's no problem. Okay, now you have to go to the podium. We understand. Yeah. Enjoy and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you've seen the emotions. Yeah, there's still a lot of things to do. They race also in other championship beside XCAT. Now they are leading the championship, so big responsibility for them. The other two drivers, we didn't have the chance because they have to run to the podium. As we said, there is some couple miles down the river, so they have to go there. And I think, yeah, that was the most important part, to have an interview straight out of the cockpit for the two of them, the new leaders of the championship, Shaun Torrente and Fale Al Mansouri on Abu Dhabi number 4.